welcome back to the Football Chat Podcast. This is episode number 40. 10 away from the big half century. But yeah, episode 40 now. Very buzzing. We're continuing on with our alphabet of the world's best players. And this week's episode will feature letters P through to T. So we'll run through that first, and then we'll discuss the other things that have happened in the world of football, including the Serie A title race.
Not much.
Finishing up. Yeah, not a lot going on. Premier League title race finishing up. And, of course, the conclusion of the FPL season. Running through our teams. Running through the league as well.
For.
So I know that's what you're all looking forward to. That'll be the end of the show. We're going to start, of course, with...
Watch all of it first.
With the continuation of our alphabet. Peter, shall we just get started then?
Yes.
With the letter P.
A man who has been heavily linked with Chelsea recently. It's an end of contract, isn't it? End of contract deal.
Yeah.
Very good winger who's now this season kind of turned into a wing back for the runners up in the Serie A.
Yeah.
I've gone for Inter Milan left wing back Ivan Perisic. Had a very good career, obviously. Played for the likes of Bayern, Inter, the likes. You know, now as I said, he's been more of a wing back now this season. Obviously, he was a winger. He got to the final of the World Cup with Croatia. He's won Serie A's with Inter. He's won Bundesligas with Bayern. Obviously, this year they just missed out, but he's had a very good season. Watched him a bit, obviously, live. We watched a bit of Serie A. Also in the Champions League, he was pretty decent against Liverpool and other teams.
I think that's a very, very strong shout for P. I think there's a lot of good shouts for P, though.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about it, I got Pedro, former Chelsea, now at Lazio. Pique, Patricio, and even Palencia, Paulson. I've gone, though, for someone that does play for Barcelona. It's Pedri.
I was hoping Puyol will be back.
No, unfortunately. I decided to go for Pedri. I thought Pique, but then I thought a little bit old for right now. But Pedri, very good year last year. Obviously played like 1 million games, I think, by the end of it.
Didn't stop playing football.
Literally.
Ever.
365 fixtures, I think. But yeah, Pedri, I think he's a very good young player for the future. I'll be intrigued to see where he goes. I imagine he'll be staying at Barca for his whole career. But if not, I think that's a very interesting prospect. I mean, either way, he's going to be a very, very good player. Contending for Ballon d'Ors, probably not winning them, but contending nonetheless. I think he's formed a very good midfield partnership with Frenkie de Jong and Sergio Busquets and Gavi in that rotation as well, though it does look like de Jong will be leaving. So that is interesting. Then, I think with Kessie joining as well, that's going to be a very good midfield for them. I think Pedri's a very, very good player. That's why I think I've included him at.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, some people, could be argued that a midfield three of Pedri, Gavi, and Kessie, when they're old, also when Gavi and Pedri, they're very young at the moment, but you could.
Kessie's only 25, right?
Yeah, you could be looking at another Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets kind of midfield.
With Busquets still there, he's still not retired.
Who's it like that? We've got a front three, and that say like there's one old good bloke. It's like Benzema was part of Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema.
He's now part of Vinny, Benzi,
Valverde,
Vasquez. Yeah,
who knows?
About that, but
yeah, very good player, Pedri.
Yes,
one for the future definitely. But right now he's still ready for. But as you said, I think he played Olympics, Euros, La Liga, all the cups and the Champions Leagues and Europa League.
They definitely dragged him around a lot.
Yeah, he's been all over the world.
Yes, the next letter then. I would argue this is the hardest letter because, you think, when you look at the traditional alphabet, you think letters like W, X, Z, Y, stuff like that are quite difficult to find letters. Maybe not W, W's got quite a lot. But X, Y, Z certainly have a limited amount of words, but across other cultures and languages, they seem to be used a lot more. But absolutely no one has a surname with Q in it.
And
unless you're the Queen.
I spent ages on this one.
Quinoa, the food.
Yeah, and I've been saved by the fact that I have a Watford career mode on Football Manager. Because I did these a couple of days ago but the one letter I couldn't do was Q. And I sat there for ages. And I was playing Football Manager, and I got reminded of this alphabet. I looked through my squad.
I know where this is going.
And I found Watford attacking midfielder, who's been on loan at Bristol City this season, Domingos Quina. I mean, he's got exceptional potential on Football Manager, I know that much. I know a lot about him in Football Manager, not too much in real life.
I'm going to give you some stats this season, not from his actual season, but from how he got in my Football Manager saves. So
he's played in a struggling Bristol City side and also in a struggling Watford side.
You're talking about real life.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Bristol City. Although, to be fair, he has played for a struggling Watford side in Football Manager.
Right. Okay.
But in terms of real life, he's been on loan at Bristol City. He's had an okay season. Probably not the best in the world at Q. But obviously, with we have the whole one club, every player from one club. And it's only
it's not many.
There aren't many.
Lionel Kwesi wasn't going to get in.
With his potential, I just thought, well, maybe he could be a good player in a few years. And if he is, people might be watching this podcast later. If you listen to me in 6 years' time, because he's now one of the best players in the Premier League, then
yeah, sure.
Hello.
If anyone's listened to this podcast in 2028, looking back and going, wow, what a piece of content.
By that point, we might be on millions of subscribers.
We might well be. To be fair, like, you know, when they look back at, you get the box out of the ground, you have a little look. The best players in the world at the time, a whole alphabet of them, could be an interesting thing. Yeah. Little series, maybe people have a little listen.
Yeah. Who's your Q?
My Q, I've got the other end of the spectrum.
Right.
For the techiest baller who never really made it. This guy has got quality, skill, class, charisma coming out of his veins. I've gone for Ricardo Quaresma.
Quaresma with the charisma.
Exactly. A very interesting shout. I mean, like 2016, he won the Euros. It's not that long ago, but he is now playing at Vitoria. The geezer's ancient.
Don't know why when you were banging on about being tricky and having charisma, my head went Axel Tarabat.
Yeah, Adel Tarabat, but yeah.
Adel Tarabat.
But I get some of the vibes from both of them.
Again, really never made it. Very good player, but he got stuck at QPR. It's probably the highest he went.
Benfica. But Quaresma now 38. I mean, still an absolute baller.
He's just at Vitoria, just doing skills all day.
Yeah, he is quality. I mean, he's never reached the dizzy heights of winning anything massive, but he is a bit of a cult hero.
Yeah, like watching him play for Portugal, he's had some great moments. He's actually
glorious. Like he's got some of his goals he scored amazing, even the assists.
Yeah,
he loves Rabona.
Outside the boot pass.
Yeah, he's one of the most skillful players ever. He just never really clicked for him.
No, he never really.
I swear he was at Chelsea at one point, weren't he?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think where he did end up.
Let's have a little look. I mean, he was in the Barca academy. Sorry. Then he went Porto, Inter. Then he did have a Chelsea loan for a year in 2009. Played 4 games. Then he spent some time at Besiktas, Al Ahly for a season. Back to Porto.
After that,
back
Chelsea
to Besiktas.
Loan, not really much happened for him.
Kasim Pasa, and now at Vitoria Guimaraes, where he's been since 2020. But yeah, obviously he's a winner of
he's now retired for Portugal, isn't he?
European Championship, the Euros, which is more than Kane can say. So
he retired after the 2018 World Cup.
Who's better? Probably this guy. But Trivella as well. Actually loves that.
Yes.
Rabona, Trivella, absolute mercurial talent.
Okay, shall we on to R?
Yeah, I don't know why I've turned off my phone. I'm finished. Bang.
Not really much to talk about this man. Pretty obvious. I've gone for not the greatest Ronaldo to ever play a football, but I've gone for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wow. Harsh. You think Ronaldo's son's better than him?
Yeah, Ronaldo Jr. Oh, no. But yes, great player. Great player.
Right, there we go. Right, we've got this world-class, probably the best to ever do it. How would you describe him? No. Right, I'm going to have a little drink. Then I'm going to go, great player.
No, obviously, one of the greatest of all time to ever grace football. Scored 7. Man, I don't know the number.
Only 7.
He's scored so many goals.
700 goals. He's recently passed Pele's record. Well, not recently. It was about February time.
Pele scored thousands against his grandkid in the back garden.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ronaldo, incredible. He's done it in every league. Not every league we go in. He's done it in the Liga, done it in Serie, done it in the Premier League, done it in Liga NOS. He's done it everywhere, really. And he probably is one of the greatest players ever. Which is why he's on the list, really. Not enough to talk about him. It's Ronaldo.
Yeah.
As soon as you hear Ronaldo, it says it all.
I mean, everyone I know knows who Ronaldo is, whether you watch football or not, whether you exclusively watch Ipswich Town or not, you know who Ronaldo is. So, yeah, Mr. Worldwide. Probably the biggest face in football. Because while Messi, by football fans, is considered probably the greater of the
Ronaldo
two,
also does a lot more
Ronaldo,
off the pitch as well.
Yeah, outside of football, I'd say is more well known, more globally recognised, more loved internationally. Whereas Messi has a less of a cult following. People who love Messi love football. People who love Ronaldo don't necessarily. There's a lot of younger people love Ronaldo because he's got the memes attached with him.
All the 8 and 9 year olds just going around their school playground suing.
Screaming Sue.
Like if you not
Some nan was very confused that day.
Some woman called Sue walked past and just looked in and thought,
Sue.
Yeah, if you just go, say you just look, you just see people playing football, like children, they score a goal, they immediately run to the corner and sue. That is just it.
And the fact that it's called, like, suing is now a verb that doesn't mean to take someone to court. So he's done a lot there. You don't go, I'm just going to Messi all over you, because you'd be arrested in a playground. But if you sue in a playground, you're absolutely fine. So that's great. On to R, and away from Ronaldo. I've gone for a Sassuolo baller. I know.
Player, what a player is he?
I'm going quite out there with my picks today, but it's Giacomo Raspadori. Now, I haven't actually seen this bloke play football, but no, I've seen a few bits of him. But I've seen his FIFA card everywhere for some reason, and he just looks good.
I'll be honest, most of my football knowledge comes from Football Manager. Because again, with Raspadori, I noticed
good on there.
this.
I know he has a player of the month in FIFA, and he's very good on Football Manager.
And Football Manager, he got a £60 million move to Manchester United.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a very good young talent. I think he's got a long way to go in the game. For other R's, there's a few out there. They've all escaped my head.
I don't know if we've clarified yet that it has to be players playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, if not, none of these people are getting in here.
Yeah, not
Messi and Ronaldo,
not over
possibly.
Ronaldo, but you could have gone Robin.
Well, yeah.
There's loads.
Yeah.
I thought there's loads. I only named one.
Well, give us Y a few more options. Yashin.
Vieira. And
we probably should have done that, but we're going through now. Who've you got at S?
S. I've got one of my best names in football. Decent, well, not decent, but a good left back for Roma. I've gone for Leonardo Spinazzola. Well, Spinazzola.
I was going to say Spinazzola, not Spitzanola. That's not his name.
I don't know. Spinazzola. I know what I was thinking of Spinazzola.
It's just a shame he never played against Gianfranco Zola, because if he spun Zola, he'd have spun Zola.
Very good player. He's done quite a lot for Roma. Obviously, they could win. The Conference League will be tonight. Conference League final is the day of this going out. So make sure just to tune in live.
Join us there. We've put up some big numbers recently in the stream, so hopefully a load of you join again. But that'll be like from 7:30. This will go out about 10 a.m. BST. So
it's been quite a big part in the back.
We are.
Jose Mourinho, the left wing back. As I said, they could win a trophy this season. He's been at Roma for quite a while, I think now. He's done a lot, not won too much, but he's had an alright career, and I love his name. So
yeah, fair enough. Very good player. He could have a huge impact on whether Roma win that or not. I've gone for someone who has scored a lot of goals this season. He shares the Premier League Golden Boot. Now, if you've not watched this series, you won't know who I'm about to say, because obviously we can only have one from each club. But I've already had one from Tottenham. So at S, it's Mohammed Salah. Absolutely sensational season for the Egyptian in the Premier League. 23 goals, 13 assists. Absolutely stunning numbers. Placement score contributions in a league season is pretty mental.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the running for the Ballon d'Or.
And he went to AFCON.
Yeah. And then flops after that. Genuinely didn't turn up after AFCON, so the fact he's still part of those numbers, and yet he's been one of the worst players in the Prem this second half of the season.
Until the final day where Liverpool needed a goal.
And he scored one.
But it didn't mean anything.
Too little, too late, though. Yeah. I just think he's been absolutely unstoppable at times. Every time you see Liverpool going forward, every time you see Salah going forward, you think, this could be a goal. And usually it is.
Last couple of seasons for Liverpool, been outstanding.
Yeah, but I'd say particularly this season.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason everyone hadn't captained in FPL for weeks and weeks and weeks. Of course, a lot of people stopped that when he stopped scoring, but overall across the season, I think he's the reason I've done so well in FPL this year. If not, I'd probably be last in all of my leagues.
But like 70-80% of managers.
Of time, yeah.
At the start
There
of the
was
season.
very little people that didn't own him.
Yeah.
It's pretty mental.
Definitely deserves it. Obviously, I'd have probably gone for Salah or Son if I hadn't used my Liverpool or Tottenham player already. On to T.
The final of today's letters for next week will run from U through to Z.
Yes.
Bumper one, you get an extra letter. How fun. We're not going to do a separate episode just for Z.
I've gone for a defender that at times isn't great, but has an error in him, but is still a very good centre half. He was a influential player in Villarreal's Europa League win last season. He was a massive part of the Villarreal backline that got them to the semi-finals of the Champions League this season. I've gone for Pau Torres.
Oh, I really thought that was going to be Raul Talbiol there.
No. Yeah, Pau Torres, really liked him. Really like him. Obviously, he's been linked with a few clubs, like the likes of Chelsea and co. I rate him. I think, obviously, as I said, the only thing that does let him down a little bit is he does make an error. He does have an error in him, a mistake in him.
Yeah.
Almost every game. Apart from that, though, he's a solid centre half.
He's a great defender, but every game he will make a huge error.
No, not a huge error, but he just says.
I'd be concerned having him at Chelsea considering his errors leading to goal this season is about 6, which is very high for a defender.
Yeah.
But this way, we called Maxence Lacroix error prone in our video on him. He's made 3 errors leading to goal this season, so yeah. Yeah, not great in terms of errors leading to goal, but then equally he is still quite young.
Yeah.
And that's an area he can improve. But he did look very calm against Liverpool and Bayern.
I do think he's learnt a lot off being
very composed on the ball. Very
composed. Raul Albiol is a very experienced centre half. He's
of course
been everywhere. Not really won much, but been everywhere.
I mean, Champions League winner with Real Madrid. La Liga winner with Real Madrid. Champions League semi-finalist with Villarreal.
Europa League winner. He's won quite a lot. So yes, but my point still stands.
He's won nothing, but he's won everything.
Pau Torres has learnt a lot of Raul Albiol.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure he's a Champions League winner. I mean, he was in that Madrid side for years, and they pretty much won it every year.
I'll have a look while you do your thing.
Okay, my T is not of the same European pedigree as an Albiol or a Pau Torres or anyone like that. My T's been playing his football in League One this season, and no, for all you Ipswich fans out there, it's not. I'm trying to think of someone. Caden Taxon. That's Jackson, by the way. I don't know any T's for Ipswich. It's an MK Dons star, Scott Twine, an absolute baller. I don't know why I like him, but he's just an absolute baller. I saw a compilation of his goals once, just like I quite like this guy. He scores some good goals, and so then I really wanted MK Dons to go up, but then they didn't, which is a bit of a shame. I'll take him though at Luton or something next season because I think he'd tear up the Championship. But yeah, Scott Twine, absolute geezer. Have you found anything about Raul Albiol yet?
Yeah, he won the Champions League, Copa del Rey, and La Liga. He also won the Coppa Italia with Napoli and won the Euros with Spain.
Yeah, so not won much then, just everything.
Much.
Yeah. Scott Twine, still very young. I think he's got a good future. You hate Scott Twine as a Lincoln fan, I heard.
No.
Oh, okay. You've changed your opinions.
No. I think Scott Twine's a very good player.
Okay, interested.
Rate him very highly. He scored, as you said, very influential in the MK Dons side, getting them to the League One semi-final.
Also, free kicks.
Very good free kicks, very good set pieces.
Absolute peach.
Maybe for the future, maybe could we look at a Championship playoff?
Yeah, I mean,
Premier League place.
Yep, I want him at Luton Town because I think he'd do a madness on that right. Cornick, Twine, and Cameron Jerome.
Woo!
They'd be the greatest strike force in the history of the Championship. But that rounds up the alphabet for today. We'll do the next 6 letters.
The last episode of the alphabet.
Next week's EP, which we'll also obviously be discussing who's won the Champions League by that point. So that'll be very fun. Right. Today then, now that we've finished the alphabet, we're going to be discussing all kinds of stuff. But we'll start with the Serie A. Of course, everything came to conclusion this weekend in terms of domestic football, and it was AC Milan who came away as champions. A big win over Sassuolo, 3-0 in the end, I believe.
3-0, yeah.
3-0 indeed.
Giroud double.
Bigging up Raspadori, but did shit all in that game.
Yeah.
AC Milan won the league by just
2
points in the end to Inter Milan, who, of course, they still won on the day. So good job from them. I know Perisic got a goal as they beat Hellas Verona. So yeah. Good job. That was Verona, wasn't it? It wasn't somewhere else. I can't remember who it replied.
It was Verona.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, he's very, very strong season for both sides. I think AC have done really well there. It wasn't Verona.
It was
Sampdoria.
Sampdoria.
Yeah. AC I think deserved winners. What do you think?
Definitely. Yeah. I see in the short that we posted, I said they would win. I think they've had a very good season. It's Pioli, isn't it, in management there?
Stefano Pioli, yeah.
He's been, Leao, been exceptional. Which I do find, just on the topic of Leao, obviously there were a lot of clubs interested in, but AC Milan he got a new contract, I believe, after the win, and his contract has been added with a €150 million release clause.
Steep. When's it expire?
I don't know.
Is it a 5-year deal, 6-year deal?
I don't know that much. All I know is
7-year deal, like Kepa.
I don't know, but he got player of the season in the Serie A.
Yeah, fair enough. I think he's done. He been got sensational
9
this
assists,
season.
11 goals.
20
goal contributions in 38 games is very good.
I think he's got a strong future ahead of him. Leao dominating it for AC. I think that AC side will do well in Europe next season, depending on recruitment. They've got to replace Kessie. Could do with a new striker because Leao tends to play off the left.
It's Giroud who's usually been up front most
Giroud
or Zlatan.
I was going to say Zlatan. Both of them aged though, so a striker could be very useful for them because both of them getting on a bit. But they have got Tonali. They are losing Kessie. They need to replace. They have got Tomori, who is an absolute baller, by the way. Yeah. Can't believe Chelsea let him go. That was an absolute disgrace of a sale
the last
from
time
Chelsea
that
Club.
in AC Milan won the Serie A was 2010.
Yeah, a historical moment for the AC.
Yeah, it's a big result for them. Big
I
result.
think they're on the incline, and I think they'll only get better. I don't think they'll be.
They've got a great
they'll
team
be up there again next season. I don't know if they'll win it, but I think they'll.
I chucked Teo Hernandez in my alphabet H. They've got the likes of Kessie, obviously leaving. That'll be a big miss for them though. But Tonali, Leao.
Even Alexis Salamak isn't bad, but
Tomori,
fantastic centre-half. I think he should be at the World Cup this year. I don't think there's any excuse he shouldn't be. If you're taking Tyrone Mings to the World Cup, a player whose Aston Villa side have had one of the worst defensive records in the Prem.
I think if it was one of us made manager, yes, but I think Southgate will take Maguire, Dyer, Mings.
How you can take any of them over Tomori is absolutely insane.
I think he still will take Tomori.
He's got to. There's absolutely no way Tomori doesn't go to Qatar.
I, as a Villa fan, I would also be surprised if Tyrone Mings gets a spot because he has been.
Mate, Callum Chambers has been better.
Yeah, Callum Chambers actually had a great season.
Get him to the World Cup. Come on. Rob Holding and Callum Chambers at the back. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
I don't think he will take Tomori because he'll take like Walker and Trippier who can cover on the right of that centre back of three, so he can take a gazillion amount of right backs. Because
Tomori's kind of the only one who can play left centre half, so it makes no sense not to take him.
Yeah, I mean, I like Tomori. I really like him. I'm annoyed Chelsea let him go, but he's a very. He's been.
I mean, considering the current centre back.
Yeah.
Conundrum.
He's been perfect.
Lack thereof centre half.
And I think it's fair to say he's been a big part of that title winning side.
I just can't believe that Lampard gave him no minutes that year. how quality a defender we've lost there because Lampard just refused to give him any minutes.
Didn't he? And we couldn't buy anyone.
Yeah, he gave him some.
After, just didn't give him any.
So confused by that decision. And then to put Mourinho put a to buy option in Tomori's loan, so stupid. But yeah, now Chelsea need to buy a lot of centre halves. On to the Premier League though.
Yes.
Manchester City confirmed as champions for the 7th time in their history and the 6th time in the last decade.
What a final day it was.
Yeah.
I mean, we sat here. At half time, Man City were losing 1-0 to Villa. Liverpool though were drawing to Wolves, and then Liverpool scored. And Villa scored again. So City 2-0 down. Liverpool winning. It was obvious that Liverpool will win the league, and then Manchester City. 3 goals in 4 minutes is mental. That is crazy. What a turnaround! Gundogan double and Rodri. They're the tight games you have to come back in and win.
Further demonstrates their dominance on English football because look at the last 10 years. There's been 11 victors of the Premier League. 6 of them have been 7 of them have been Manchester City.
Wow.
I believe. Which then leaves Leicester, Liverpool twice, and
Chelsea.
Liverpool 1, Chelsea twice, yeah. That's your only others. And then, in the last 13 years, City have won 7 times, Manchester United with another win there. But, I just don't see, unless Chelsea invest massively, I don't really know what's going to happen next season in the Prem. I think I said on stream anyway, I might not. But I think I said on stream that next season it'll be between Chelsea and Liverpool. And possibly Tottenham.
No.
And Man City will drop off, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Because the problem is, even if they focus on the Champions League, like I think they will, they've got the squad depth. They could name 2 completely different 11s in both tournaments and still win.
I think they'll suffer from the fact that everyone in their squad will be at the World Cup. If you look at the Chelsea team and the Liverpool team, they've got players that won't be going. Like Salah won't be going to the World Cup, will he? No. Egypt lost, didn't they? So that's a huge advantage to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And even of the players that are going, Mane, Mendy, unlikely to go that far in the tournament.
Yeah.
So then you've got, but then Portugal, for Diaz, Cancelo, Silva, likely to go far.
England, you've got Sterling, Grealish, Stones, Walker. Ederson's got Brazil. Although it'd be interesting to see who plays out of Ederson or Alisson.
Surely got to be Ederson. I don't understand how anyone can think Alisson's a better keeper than Ederson.
Yeah, Ederson's much better.
In terms of actually making saves, they're level. And Ederson, with the ball at his feet, is just the best goalkeeper in the world. Other than Neuer back in the day. Ederson's the second best playing out from the back. Right now, though, he's the best.
Alisson makes a lot of errors, but obviously then there's the argument that Ederson has nothing to do and Alisson has quite a lot to do.
Because Trent just leaves fucking acre behind him every time.
But obviously that's what caught Liverpool out on Sunday, which meant they went 1-0 down the Wolves.
Exactly.
City thoroughly deserved the league, to be honest. And what I do like, neutral perspective, is I think the fact that they scored 3 goals in 4 minutes to win the league proved that they deserve to win the league. Because they're the games they're the games across the season that they've won, where they've been 1-0 down, 2-0 down, they've been drawing and they've won. They were 2-0 down to West Ham, they scraped a point, and that point was huge at the end of the day, because they won by 1 point. If they lose that game to West Ham, yes, they did get helped by Soufal sticking it in his own net, but still, if they don't get that point at West Ham, then Liverpool won the league.
Yeah, I think the if we have a 3-way fight for the title next season, it'll be so much better than a 2-way, because I myself are just so bored of 2-way title fights.
I'm bored of City versus Liverpool. This year, it's all it's been. We saw it in the FA Cup, we saw it in the
Even
Carabao
if you look
Cup.
at the last decade, we've not had a 3-way. No. We've had City and Liverpool for the last 5 years. We had Tottenham and Leicester.
Well, Tottenham weren't really.
They were the ones that pushed them.
Week,
and then they, well, it was with a few weeks to go, and then they lost it, but they were certainly in it.
Weren't really pushed.
Chelsea didn't have anyone to fight in the year in the 2 years that they won it. And then if you think like Man City, Man United, 13, like 12, 13, that kind of time, you've not had a three-way title fight for years. If you think back to Man United, Arsenal, and Chelsea, how brilliant the title fights were back then.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see between Chelsea, City, and Liverpool. Because I think three-way title fights are so much better for a few reasons. One is that if you drop points, not only do you need to rely on another team dropping points, you've got to rely on two teams dropping points.
I also think Tottenham will be in
and it creates so many better games. I think Tottenham will be very good. I don't think they'll be in the title fight.
I do. No, I do.
Interesting.
I think they have looked
I
think
if anything, Tottenham could replace City in the title fight. And it
City will not drop out. City will not drop out.
I guess we'll say. I think it's more hope there, but I do not want to see City in the title fight because they're so dull. Like at least with Liverpool, everyone hates them, but with City, it's just like okay, well done.
Again.
You've paid your way to the top. With Chelsea, at least there was characters there. City, it's just like these are robots playing football, like because the way they play, it is so dominant. Like there's no way to combat it really. Like a few times this season they've slipped up, and that's created the title fight.
No, like, I'll be honest. I think like the West Ham and Villa games, they just they went 2-0 down just to scare everyone. In the first half, they lose the first half. Everyone's thinking, oh, City could drop points here, and the title race change. Second half, they come back out and just win.
To be fair, I mean, Aston Villa, what a fucking
How do you concede 3 goals in 4 minutes?
Not even your defence on a Saturday morning is that shit. And to be fair, they've had some howlers this season, but...
I don't understand how. Because if one goal goes in, kick off. How and then do you lose the ball within 10 seconds of your kick off and let them score? And then, how do you do it again?
It's probably because at half time Gerard took them all in and went, it's 2-0 lads.
Do not let
Liverpool are going to win the league. Do not let this slip. And then all that Mings had in his head was, I'm going to slip. And then he just kept slipping. But
that was unbelievable.
We didn't see any of the goals because we were too busy flicking between the channels trying to keep up with what the hell was going on. And on the live stream we didn't actually see any.
What was going on? See the other games, the other big games that were on TV, Leeds, Brentford, and Burnley, Newcastle. Obviously, now we know Burnley, for the first time in 10 years, is it, been relegated to the Championship.
I'll be honest, as much as it's like, I feel bad for Burnley fans, equally, they are the most dull team. Like, I don't like Leeds and I don't like Everton.
They deserve it for sacking Sean Dyche.
I don't like Leeds and I don't like Everton, but both of those sides make the Premier League so much more interesting. And like Norwich, Watford, Burnley, just dull.
Norwich go down for years.
Like,
why they bother.
They get battered. They get battered every week. It's just not an interesting thing. That's why I want Forest to come up, because if Huddersfield come up, it'll be pointless. They'll go down bottom with no goals and no points. If
Norwich win the Championship, let them have the trophy, but send a different team up, please. Every year, Norwich go up, win the league, and then they come last again.
It's the same with Fulham and at least with Norwich they've put in some decent performances over the years. Fulham, I feel, have
Watford, but still.
No, but if you look at but who've they beaten this season?
Man United, that's 5-2.
Yeah, but Man United are shit. They don't count. Norwich beat City a few years back when City were in the prime of their thing. Man United aren't in the prime. Man United have lost to every team this season. I'm fairly sure. I can't think of one team off the top of my head they're undefeated. Okay, Chelsea, brilliant. Charity FC, that's literally it.
Oh, we are so...
And Norwich.
The only way Norwich would stay in the Premier League.
And Norwich deserved to beat them. It was only because the liner was half asleep for all of it.
The only way Norwich would ever stay in the Premier League is if they played Chelsea every week. Because they'd just go, you need some points.
Yeah.
Here you go. Christensen's just like back pass.
Apparently Norwich are the only team that Chelsea wants to actually beat.
Yes.
7-0 this season. It's just like, how many goals can we actually get?
Yeah, I mean, fair play to Leeds. It was a massive win on the final day. And Burnley, well, they lost to Newcastle. Yes, Newcastle were a very tough side, but still.
But I do think Leeds and Everton add something to the Premier League. That's why I want Forest up, because I think they'll add a lot.
I'm always, because I've stuck by it since they sacked him. Burnley would have stayed up if they hadn't sacked Sean Dyche. I've said it since they sacked him.
I said it when they sacked him. I don't agree with it now.
When you're in a relegation fight there's what? I think they sacked him with 7-8 games to go. Why you're sacking a manager who's done it before, who's kept you in it. It's only 7 games to go, just to... I didn't see the point in it, and they went down anyway.
I think they're down either way.
No.
I don't think they'd be in the Premier League right
I'm
now.
just stand by it.
Okay.
So, if they kept Sean Dyche, they'd stayed in the Premier League.
Should we go into FPL?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Tottenham beat Norwich 5-0 and they're now good to play Champions League.
Arsenal
threw that away by losing to Newcastle.
Tottenham got Champions League with City, Liverpool, Chelsea. It's then Arsenal and Manchester United in the Europa League, and West Ham got the Conference League. I think West Ham will win the Conference League. Early prediction out there.
Right. Before we get into our own teams, should we crown the 2022 the Football Chat League
first
winner?
Ever TFC FPL League champion.
Yeah. We'll do a top 10 because there's some in the top 10 that
Sure.
haven't been mentioned all year.
Sure.
And this is interesting because, I mean, I said top 10, but just quickly.
Can I just say, I wanted top 400. I came 401st.
Okay. P11, I know I said top 10, but 11th is Athi Mali, the Godfathers, who was in there the whole season and then just dropped off towards the end. And getting into there on the final day, Tima Doe with 87 points. I've not seen this geezer all season. Suddenly he's top 10. So fair play to him.
By the way, if any of you are watching, please do put in the comments. Because to be honest,
getting
I don't know if any of you guys at the top of the league do watch the videos. If you do, please
Yeah.
do put something in the comments. We haven't got any prizes, but we'd love to congratulate you, and I'm sure shout you out.
We'll write down the list so that one like in 15 years' time we'll have this whole list maybe.
Yeah, who was it? What P10 was Adamu, Aminu, Team Ado.
Yes, P9 Fire is United. Evaristo Mupwire actually dropped back on the final day. James Elms FC Elmo took P8.
Yeah,
he was
up
up
there
there for
most
most
of the
of the
season, fell off a
season.
little bit.
Strong campaign. Maybe could get higher next season. Oluwaseun Oyefule. She's the FC. 82 points on the final day. Up to 247. Up to 7th in the league, with 2,479 points. In 6th, redemption season, Romario Clarken.
And to be fair, it was
Pushed as hard as possible to try and get up the table. 98 points on the final
It was
weekend.
definitely a redemption because
Close.
I don't think they didn't get into the top 10 until with maybe 10 games to go. So it was a big redemption from the start of the season.
I do definitely remember them.
Romario Clarken, fair play, mate.
P5, Zach Drayton, my son equals your father. Back, he was up there right from the start.
Always been up there.
Slowly dropped back through the table.
Big front runner, but
Actually, only dropped down from P4 to 5 in the final weekend because of an amazing game week from Wofa Tuchel, who we'll get onto in a minute. P4 though, Josh Botha was second, dropped to 4th on the final day with a poor showing.
They came.
A point ahead of Zach Drayton, and then 2 points ahead of him. Josh Botha, was Main Road Zufari A.
Latecomer.
Yeah.
Main Road FC there. Weren't up there
until the final 2 game weeks and then appeared.
2 big pushes into
and then
third. Great finish.
P2, literally coming up from P5 on the final day. Wofa Tuchel with an 88 point score finished 4 points ahead of Main Road FC to take P2. But nobody could even touch
miles off
Danny Geller this
over
season.
100 points ahead of everyone.
Absolutely
FPL
insane.
Peru, Danny Geller.
114
what
points
a
ahead.
Season.
Shout out
I believe
FPL Peru.
they were up there the whole season as well. Dominated from start to finish. I don't believe they weren't. That's the thing. I don't. They weren't leading for most of the season. They were always 3rd or 4th behind my son equals your father.
But then the last few game
Manchester
weeks, they
United,
took
and
a
Tuchel,
huge lead.
Last 10 game weeks, they flew past them, won by 100 points, and Danny Geller, great season.
Fair play to you, mate.
Congratulations.
Absolutely
on
insane
winning
season.
We'll be back next season, of course, with the
Unfortunately,
with the FPL.
it's annoying that I can't see who's won the cup because if anyone at FPL is watching, please can we find out who's won the cup? Because as a league admin, I'd love to be able to think with that because it could be someone completely random.
There's a big chance that it won't be the top lot because it's a week by week basis. So if say Danny Geller didn't have a great week, he could have been knocked out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, rarely.
Also, as I was saying, we will be back with a new league next year.
Yes.
So if you did
it'll be
miss
the
out,
same league. So if you start, it'll just basically refresh with the same players. So if you did miss out though, you can join.
If you're new to the channel,
I want to get this season we've got 750. I want over 1,000.
We can definitely do it.
Yeah, I know we can.
That's my cut run. I got to the round of 128. I was pretty proud.
So you came 401st, just outside the top 400. I did beat my goal of coming top 200. I was in 198.
Oh, jamming.
Absolute scenes. I'm going to have a quick look at how it all panned out. I was on the same points as the guy just ahead of me in 197th. Another couple of points here and there. I definitely could have got up the table a bit. I actually dropped on the final day from 196 to 198. So fortunate to stay in the top 200. I was only in the top 200 by 5 points. Sorry. So yeah, close for me.
Fair enough.
But I got it.
Fair enough.
Got top 200. I want to win it. I want top 100 at least next year. That's about another 100 points from what I got, which I think is very doable.
Mm-hmm.
Not even that. I saw 2260 is where I want to be on points. I was on 2150, so yeah, about 110 points actually, which is definitely doable.
Right.
If I touch up on my ball knowledge.
The last game week, I scored 68. Very good game week. Mostly because of Tottenham and that. My big scorers, I had Kane captain to 20. Kulusevski got me 16. Zaha got me 9, Coutinho got me 8, Gabriel got me 8, and then the rest were just 1s and 2s. But still, I was quite happy to end the season on a high.
Fair enough. I got 63 in the final week. I mean, I got 24 from Son, 10 from Kane, 6 from Sessegnon. They were all my points pretty much. I mean, Reece got me 7, Saka got me 5, the rest were just 1s and 2s. So, not a stunning game week to end it off, but Son definitely saved my bacon there. Got me into that top 200 in the TFC FPL League. But yeah, as we said, we'll be back with it next year. Only 74 days until the Premier League is back, so that's exciting. I don't know when you can start to making your FPL teams. I believe it's only the week before the first game, so long time to wait. It might be earlier than that, but it's certainly a long way off now. But I think that's what we're going to round up today.
Yeah, by the way, my highest score of the week. My highest score from the season was game week 26. 135. I triple captained Salah. I had Dennis, Kane, Cathcart, Tierney. Yeah, load.
If only you'd got that score on the final week, because 135 was actually the highest anyone got.
No. Yeah, but that was because I triple captained Salah against... Who did he have? Game week...
Anyone?
Was it game 29?
Back then, you could pretty much triple captain Salah and rely on all the points.
No, it was game 26. He had a double header. He had Leeds and Norwich, and he got 28, which I had tripled to 84.
I'm fairly sure I did the same thing. What game was that?
26. But yeah, and I had a lot of that's good. But yeah, I was quite happy with the FPL. It's been a great season. It's been great for us. But yeah, if you are new to the channel and you just missed out on last season,
you didn't play FPL, maybe you don't play FPL. Make sure to get involved because it's a big part of the community. Yeah?
Chuck it in. Doesn't matter if you don't know what you're talking about. Just go there, put some players in your squad, see what happens. I know someone who did that, and they came second.
You don't even need to like football. If you like data analytics, statistics,
genuinely,
I was 6 points off you on that week.
Genuinely, someone who doesn't know anything about football beat me in one of the leagues I was in. I was really frustrated.
So someone who doesn't like football beat someone who knows nothing about football. Wait, that's your ball knowledge. Right, so that's what we're going to round up today.
Literally sitting here talking about football. I think I've got some ball knowledge.
That's what we're going to round up today. Thank you for listening to episode 40 of the Football Chat podcast. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to head over to the YouTuber. On the YouTube, join us for the live streams for the Conference League final and the Champions League final. Rome versus Feyenoord, and then Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Make sure to join us for those live streams. We're going live at 7:30 on Wednesday and then 7 p.m.
Tonight.
On Saturday. Yeah, tonight.
7:30 tonight.
Time recording.
Be there or be square.
Yes, make sure to get, if you're on YouTube, make sure to head over to Spotify. Press all the fun buttons that do fun things.
Be a dusty ball.
If you want to support us, basically just follow all our socials. Make sure to follow, subscribe to all the socials, share it.
Using the
as
TikTok
much as you
now.
can. Check out the TikTok now. That's
and shorts.
The vibe
so you're on Spotify. If you,
at the Football Chat on
hate
TikTok.
seeing us, the shorts don't have us in it.
Exactly.
So make sure to watch the shorts, watch the TikToks. Lots of new content coming over just
the Football Chat on every platform. But yeah, I'm going to thank you very much for watching / listening. I'll see you next time.
See ya.